Hey, hey, hey. So, I don't know who this is for. When I was receiving this morning, I was starting to think it was kind of crazy, but as he continued to download it in me, I now see it's not. But I was reading 2 Samuel chapter 3, and when I got to the part where they were talking about, how Joab and his other brother, they went and they tried to talk to David about Abner. Abner was a great commander. And he had a great army with him as well. He had made peace with David at that time, and David received his peace and, sent him on his way. He had no problem with him. And Joab and his brother that was still living, he went to David and he was trying to convince David, that Abner had came in to spy and to do something that could eventually hurt or end or keep David from moving forward into the kingdom. He wanted to put out a bad word on Abner. And when it did not work out in their favor, David did not give them he didn't feed into it, and he was firm, very firm on his word, stating that he had no problem with Abner. They had just made peace, and that was that. And after Joab and his brother that was still alive did not receive the verdict that they thought David was going to give towards them going to defeat him, sometimes there are people that feel like they have a reason or a purpose as to have the anger and the hatred in their heart for another person. And so sometimes people tend to get around people and they begin to speak bad on other people. Or this could be something that's happening against you. And God is not pleased with it. And if you're the person that's doing this, God is not pleased with that. He does not want you causing others to bear false witness against someone just because of what they did to you. See, we must all get to a place to understand that victory belongs to God. We do not justify ourselves, and we do not take action upon ourselves to come after those that we felt did wrong. We hand it over to God, and we realize that in His timing, He will vindicate. And all the time, it does not happen in the way that you see fit. See, God is someone who knows the heart. You don't know what this person does when they get home, when they talk to Him. Yeah, they may do some cruel things to you, but they may be in the right place with Him. You know what I'm saying? It is up to Him to take matters into His hand and to humble that person down. God has a way to bring you to your knees, and He'll clean you up and clear you out. And if that person is not defeated, if that person still carries on, if that person still lives, trust and believe God that He dealt with them in that way. If they come down and they become humble in their hearts and they walk over to you and they ask you for forgiveness, find it in yourself to forgive that person and let go and let God. God has the final say, and all of His ways, all of His judgments, all of His actions are truth, are done in truth and from pureness of heart. Everything about God is right. Every decision He makes is right. Name a time where He made a wrong decision and things didn't fall in the way that it should have. Everything that He allows to happen to everybody is for a reason. Some of us, it takes long. I know with me, it took 7 years to get where I am now. And I don't want to go back. But I thank God for the bad times, because it brought me to where I am now. But so anyway, like I was saying, Joab and them didn't get the vindication that they wanted and that they felt they should have gotten. So they go behind David's back and they kill Abner, because Abner struck down their brother when they were at war and battle against one another. Now, it mentions that Abner had a great army. Now, don't find yourself so great and so high up like Joab and his brother that was still alive did, like they were untouchable. They felt like, their brother's death, was wrong. But it mentions within that passage how many people, well, it doesn't tell the exact amount. Let me see here. Oh, I'm sorry. It does. It says in 2 Samuel chapter 2, starting at verse 31, it says, but the servants of David has struck down of Benjamin and Abner's man 360 men who died. So they struck down 361 men that was in Abner's army. And he takes down one that just so happened to be their brother. And Joab and his living brother feels that it's not right. So they work in deceit. They tried to have deceit in two different ways. They tried to turn David against Abner and to make him feel that Abner was trying to do something, but God quickly knocked that out. He made peace with him. The end. Sent him on his way in peace. And the second one, they go up to Abner and say, basically that David had lied and, he had changed his mind and, he had already decided that he wants you to die, so we here to kill you. And that's what they did, when really they were there to kill him because of the blood that was shed. So whoever you are, don't work in deceit. God's not pleased with that. If this is you, repent and turn from that. And you all be blessed and have a good day. Bye.